and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another mansion build, and today we're going to go ahead and build this country estate. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So this is actually built on a 40 by 40 lot in Brilliant Bay, and it only took me just over an hour to do this. Now, I kind of didn't know if I should call this a mansion because it's sort of like, well, I just said it's a 40 by 40. I know some people have classed that as a mansion build before, but personally, I feel like that's kind of going, sort of out of the mansion theme, even though I have done a 40 by 40 mansion before. I did one not too long ago called like a country something, but I don't even know. It was one that had like more like circular kind of looking roofs instead of like the straight triangles. I don't know how to explain it, but you might know what I'm on about. Anyway, so it's kind of, I think, on the borderline of it being a mansion or not. Maybe it's just a family home, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. But still, I'm really happy how this build turned out. And as you can see, we are using a lot of cats and dogs, doors and windows. I can speak there. Doors and windows today. And it's kind of just one of those builds where I just really wanted to do something that I love to do. Because sometimes with building, I feel like I have to try new things every now and again and go out of my comfort zone just to make for the build itself, like the video, more interesting. But then again, sometimes it is fun just to go crazy with cats and dogs, which I love. That's my favourite pack I've mentioned before. And I just love using those kind of windows and doors on just general houses and mansion builds. And I know I do it a lot and I use them kind of probably way too much, but like I was just saying, it's sometimes nice to do things that you really want to do once in a while. So that's what we're doing here today. So I'm just going to read some information off the gallery about this build. So it came in at 258,821 simoleons, and I built it on the 40 by 40 lot in Brilliant Bay, as I said before, which is in the top right hand corner where the Delgado family lives, and it has 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. And then for the packs I used, it actually isn't a lot. Now, I did use a lot of expansions. I actually used all of them apart from Get to Work, but the other game packs and stuff packs, I actually only used 2 of those 2. So for game packs I used Jungle Adventure and Parenthood, and then for stuff packs I only use Laundry Day and Perfect Patio stuff. So that is still a lot of expansions, but overall it's much less of an amount of packs that I normally use. So I'm really happy that I managed to get that down. I feel like this is one of those things where I'm going to end up saying a lot in my builds, as I sometimes have things that are repeating like every voiceover. I'll just say it one more time and I think I'll try and give this a rest. But in case you don't know, you're new to the channel, recently I have been trying to reduce packs as much as possible. So for example, Get to Work as a prime example, I sometimes only use one plant or a coffee table from that pack, and that's really all I use from it. So if that's what I do, I'll just remove that item, and that's one pack gone from the gallery for the sake of an item. So that's what I've been trying to do recently. After I finish a build, go back through, see if I can reduce things here and there without having to make really changes, things that I wanted to do, if that makes sense. So I've been doing that recently, and that's why the packs are much less, still a lot, but much less than I normally do. And yeah, so talking about the gallery, the other day a very exciting thing happened, and I actually got another Max's favourite on the gallery on my Moschino, there we go, penthouse. I know a lot of people have been correcting me on that, and I've finally found out that it is Moschino. So in my Moschino penthouse, I did actually get a Max's favourite on that, so thank you so much The Sims for that. And this is actually my 9th Max's favourite. I did actually used to have 10, but if anybody remembers that renovation series I had called Fix Me Thomas TV, where I use that hashtag to upload things to the gallery and I renovate them. I don't do that anymore, by the way. Actually, I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But anyway, so one of those renovations, it was on the Island Cottage lot, I think that's what I called it. But that was, it was a renovation of somebody else's lot that they submitted for me, but it did get Max's favourite then removed, which is, totally understandable because it was originally by somebody else. But I'm definitely not complaining though, because to have 9 Max's favourites is totally crazy and I still can't really wrap my head around it. Anyway, so this lot, like I said, is the Moschino penthouse, and it's actually, as I'm doing this voiceover, when I was getting the information off the gallery about this build, I was just looked on the Popular Now page and my build is at number 2, which is crazy. I remember once I did also another one from my Fix Me Thomas TV renovation series, which was just called a renovated family home, and that one was number 1 on the gallery for a little while on the Popular Now page, and it got like nearly 20,000 downloads, which is unheard of for me. So anyways, that's all very exciting. So a little bit more about this build. We're just working on the backyard area here, and I did do like that archway thing, so well, not really an archway, kind of like a walkway through the front of the build to the back of the build, so you don't actually have like a side gate or anything. This is like stairways like through the house basically, where you can access that little thing on the left hand side of the house, and also be able to walk through to the back of the house. And of course, it is a back door and back porch. So in that little kind of thing on the left hand side of the house, what did I even put there? Oh yeah, that's the garage. So in there is actually a gym. There's another bedroom in there, I believe, or is it? Hang on, I'm trying to think. I did this a few days ago, and even though it was only a few days ago, I still end up forgetting a lot about the build for some reason. So I don't know if I did another bedroom in there, but you'll see that later. And there's also, oh no, actually, scrap that. There's the gym, a spare bathroom, and also the laundry room in that area on the left-hand side of the build where the garage is. Sorry about that, kind of got muddled up there for a second. So I don't do laundry rooms that often in my builds, but I kind of just thought it'd be a nice idea to include it as an extra kind of room and something to do. And I have had people tell me before that even if you're not going to play with laundry, and some people might be, it's easier to put laundry in a build, then download it home from the gallery, then try and find a place to put a laundry room in. So, you know, it's just to kind of make it a little bit easier, I suppose. So if you don't want to play with laundry, then, you know, that's totally fine. You can just remove the laundry machines, even change that laundry room into like a spare bedroom or something, or even kind of just decorate it to look like a spare room or a storage room or something you could do like that. So this is the living room here. It is actually pretty big. There's a few kind of little areas to it. So it's like those armchairs in the back, another little sofa here next to the archway, and also like the main area as well next to the TV. And also for the bathroom right there too, so it's a little bit in like a convenient space, I suppose. And there's also kind of like a big kitchen diner space, which kind of takes up the kind of back of the house. And I kind of divided that into two little areas. So we've got this bit here, which is the kitchen. Then the other half of the room is the dining room. So I totally forgot to mention before, I was going to go on to talk about a little bit more about the Fix Me Thomas TV renovation series, and I forgot to go on to that. Anyway, so as most of you know, I did actually stop that series, and it just that I kind of wanted to focus a lot more on, I don't know how to explain it, more like quality content, I suppose, and focus a bit more on mansion builds, since that's the thing that everybody enjoys the most, and it's, you know, the work that I'm most proud of, because I put a lot more work into mansion builds than I do in other family homes, which don't take as much time. So when my kind of channel's now sort of turn into more of a mansion builds as the main focus, things like that where it's like a Fix Me Thomas TV renovation, that really didn't take any time at all, and I felt like it was just a cheap way of getting a video out. And also as well, I just didn't really enjoy it as much. I don't know why, but I just didn't. And I really appreciate it, though, everybody, you know, sending in submissions, because it's not something I was expecting anybody to send in. And I did actually get quite a lot. But all those videos are still up, though. If you want to go ahead and see some renovation videos for a change instead of, you know, speed builds like this, then feel free to go ahead and check those out. And they're all up in my gallery as well, if you want to go ahead and download them. So yeah, that's really the only reason why I don't do it anymore. I might bring it back in the future if it's something that people really, really want to see. I've had a few people here and there, I should say, kind of mention that about where that series has gone. But if you want to kind of see it back, then, you know, let me know. I'm not promising anything though, but I'll just kind of see how many people want to see it, and then I'll kind of make a decision from there. But anyway, so this room right here is the dining room. I made it a little bit more formal by putting a fireplace there, and just thought it was a nice addition. And there's also a little bar area, and that kind of bit of the wall which kind of goes in a little bit behind the stairs. So I went ahead and put that there, just thought it was a nice space to put it. And as you can see above that bar, we do actually have the like bottle rack thing from Dine Out, which is like illuminated. I do go ahead and remove that. And just another note as well, you may see items here and there from packs that aren't actually in the build that I mentioned at the start, and that's just because at the end of the build I do go back through and then take out items from packs I want to get rid of. So if you do see items from packs that weren't included at the list I said at the start, then don't worry, because the list at the start is correct. Anyway, so this is kind of like the side house sort of thing where I go ahead and put the laundry room here, and I also go ahead and put in a spare bathroom as well as the gym. There's quite a few things in the gym as well. I always tend to do gyms if I have a garage. I think everybody knows that by now. I just think it's a good place to put it, as well as like a laundry area too. But instead of just having it open, I thought since this room is pretty big, I'll go ahead and kind of make it off into a separate laundry room. And it's actually really huge. It's much more space than you need. When you think about it, you literally only need like one tile to use laundry, because you can just stack the washer and dryer. And also as well, another note is that I did go ahead and put a washing line and a wash bucket outside as well. Just so I thought, you know what, I'm using laundry day pack today, so I might as well just use it to the most I can. So I went ahead and just put those outside. If you want to use that for a change, then you can go ahead and do that. And yeah, so this room right here is the master room. It's kind of separate, as you can see, it's on that side of the house where the garage is. So it's kind of got like more of like a bigger hallway to get to it, and it's like the end of the house here. Now, even though this is on the kind of outer building, you can't actually access it from the downstairs of the outer building, like in the garage area. You just go through the main staircase of the home, and you get here. And in between this and the staircase is actually the study area, which I know is a little bit of an odd place to put it, but technically it is still in the hallway. And I thought it's more like a communal area to have it instead of a study. That's also another idea, is that if you don't want the laundry room, that would be a really good space actually to put the study, because it isn't actually a separate study room in this build apart from this right here. I mean, this is kind of a study room, but it's actually classed as the hallway really, because you go through this from the staircase to get the master room. And yeah, so I did actually go ahead and put a toddler's room in today, so that's for a girl toddler. Of course, that doesn't have to be for that, it's just something that I do here and there. Like most of the time I don't do personalised rooms. Sometimes I might do colour ones, well, yeah, incorporate some colour here and there to make it look like it's for a particular sim, but I don't really like to go with the personalised themes that often, because I feel like, you know, it's harder for you to then fit your family into all my builds. That's why I tend to keep them neutral a lot of the time, if you don't know. And I say that, but I literally say that in every single build, so I think you all know why I do that. Anyway, so I went ahead and do that little changing table trick there, just as an extra little detail, with a, what do you call those things at the bottom of the beds? It's like an ottoman thing. I don't know why, but every time I try to say that word, it just does not work with my accent. Like, it's just like, no, I'm not saying that word. I don't know why, I just can never say that word, but you know which one I'm on about. And kind of raised it up onto top of a dressing table as well. And then this room right here is probably for like a teen girl, I was imagining. Nothing really that specific though, so it doesn't have to be for that, but it was just an idea for you. As I was building that came to mind as I was doing this room. And there's also a green coloured bedroom as well. There isn't anything specific about that as well, it's just another type of colour, just to switch things up from being like really neutral. And yeah, so this build is nearly coming to an end already. I know this video is a little bit shorter. Actually, with the screenshots and everything, it works out to be like 15 minutes, which is normal for me, but the speed build video itself actually, well, like the building process only took me about an hour, like I said at the start. And I was really surprised when I put it into my editor and everything ended up being an hour long. I was like, did I forget a clip here or something? Because that just didn't seem right even for me. But because it is on a smaller lot, I didn't have as much to do, that's why. So also let me know if you would class this as a mansion. I'm not putting mansion in the title, but I still class it like, you know, things with estate in as one of my weekly mansion builds as it is today. But I don't know if you would class a 40 by 40 as a mansion. I know some people go by lot size if it's a mansion or not, and some people go by bedroom and bathroom number. So since it has 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, in a way I suppose it is a mansion after all. But I don't know, let me know what you think about that. So we're just working on this room here, which is that green one that was on about, and I think we've got like one more bedroom to do before we finish off. We've got this one right here, which, well, 2 more. That one there with the cats and dogs wallpaper right here. I suppose this could be like a master room because it is fairly large as well. Or the other one as well, which we worked on before. So it's up to you what you want to class as a master. I believe this does have a fireplace in it as well. Yeah, it does. And I think the master room does. I can't remember if it does. Yeah, it does actually. So most of the rooms in this build do have their own fireplace, which is nice. I think it's a really nice touch, especially for like grander mansion builds like this, because I always feel like having a fireplace in a bedroom is kind of a luxury. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that as well. So we're just finishing off that and we're going to be heading on to the screenshots. So I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build. If you have any more suggestions or other builds or mansions or anything else that you want to see on the channel next, that'd be really helpful to hear. Make sure to leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and you can go ahead and download this build from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1 and I'll see you all next time. Bye!